I did get the right person.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
No, for sure. It's funny because I get a ton of inquiries, and I was like, no, take me off your list. But for some reason, I saw her name, and I thought it was my kid's homeschool teacher.
Oh my gosh.
Because her name's Anna, so I actually looked at it, and I was like, well, I'm not selling that one, but let me mention this one.
Yeah. Oh, that's too funny. I guess it just worked out. Well, let me, I don't want to keep you on the phone too long. You mentioned your kids. I also have 3 boys who are outside probably terrorizing our house right now. But just really, I mean, in short, we actually live here in California.
Okay.
We're trying to build a rental portfolio so that, we can have passive income like everyone else and spend more time with our kids, right? That's the big goal. That's the dream. And so we buy everything that we buy. We don't go through realtors because it tends to cost more with realtor commissions and all the closing costs. We usually pay for all the closing costs in anything that we buy so that it makes it easier for you guys. And then I guess our only real angle that we could offer outside of you listing it with a realtor is that because we're your buyer, we don't have to schedule any walkthroughs with your tenants and kind of go around their schedule. There's no inspections or appraisals. We just we walk through once, we take pictures, and that's about it. So we offer the convenience on that end, and that's what we're looking to do. So I don't know if that's something that you guys would be open to.
Yeah, honestly, I would definitely talk about it more in depth with my husband. I really don't think he's opposed to it. He definitely handles more of that side of things. Like I kind of handle the transactions, talking to people, and then I present it to him, and he makes the final decision.
Oh, nice. So our operation here is backwards. I do all of the I do all the people facing things, and then I go back to her and I say, hey, here's what happened, and what do you think? And then she makes the decisions, and I just roll with it. I learned very quickly. Happy wife, happy life.
Happy life. You're right.
That's it.
Yeah, no, for sure. We're kind of on the same page with everything. We actually live in Alaska.
Oh, wow, okay.
And the only reason we were looking to possibly sell that one is just I kind of, which you shouldn't do, but I kind of am more attached to the other ones we have.
Sure.
More of the way that if for any reason we move back or our parents were kind of setting up their retirement, so if they would need to move into one of our houses, which one is the most convenient. So this one that we would potentially sell is not the one that'd be the most convenient for either us or my in-laws or my mother.
Okay, so got it. Yeah.
That's the only one we can cross out. I know your wife mentioned that it's kind of outside of your guys' spending amount. So I don't know. I mean, given like what you mentioned, like we're not opposed to what you mentioned. I think my husband would be open to it.
Right.
I just also don't know how high you're willing to go given that, or if you would want to, I don't know, like we're not in a rush to sell it.
Sure, yeah.
So if you guys wanted to get a mortgage on it, we are also not opposed to like waiting. We're not looking to actively sell it. It's just come up in conversations of my agent. She recently did walk it about a month ago. And she has someone interested in it. I just honestly, we're going through refinancing because we're trying to buy more property here in Alaska.
Nice. Yeah.
So I was just like, let me put it on hold for now. So that's why we haven't actively sold it because of all that. So I'm pretty familiar with so it's easy for, like, if I see something there, just in comparison to a lot of other places.
Right.
The taxes make sense.
Right.
Pricing in general just makes more sense. And
Absolutely.
I'm pretty familiar with the area. So if I see something, I'm like, okay, this has potential and whatnot. So that's kind of why when we do buy there.
Got it. Okay.
And so that's the story behind that. And it just makes it easier because I already know so many people as far as like when things go wrong with it. I don't have anyone manage any of my properties. I manage them all myself.
Oh, wow. You're brave.
I just call up. I need to call up and say, hey, I got this problem, and they handle it. And I've been really lucky. The tenants that are currently there, they are really awesome. I probably this last year I only had to put money into it because what was it? Like there was a small leak because a shower like started splattering everywhere.
Yeah.
But we have, thank God we haven't had any issues with it. They just remodeled a house next to that. I don't know if you saw it.
Okay, great.
So it's a townhome that they remodeled, and they're selling one side for $230,000.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's another duplex next to that they're in the process of fixing, which I would imagine it's probably going to be in the similar range.
Right around there as well. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so what we would do is we would probably look at the retail value, what you would probably list it at, and then subtract, seller commissions and closing costs usually total around 9%. So we would take about 9% off. And that would be where we would want to, that would be where we want to start talking about it more seriously. We would do one walkthrough. Again, we don't want to inconvenience the tenants with a bunch of scheduling appointments and whatnot. So we would do one walkthrough, take some pictures, and then from there, assess if there's any major repairs that are needed. It sounds like you guys have kept it in good condition, so it doesn't sound like we need to do that. And then that would kind of be our last, our kind of last spot where we would see if there's anything that we need to work on the price. And then if not, it's super easy. It's crazy in 2021 that you can buy a house through your phone with DocuSign. But it's as easy as that. We make it as simple as possible. So, honestly, Myra, where I am is, let me talk to her. Let me sit down and kind of see if we can work this out. And then I know you're not in a rush. I'm not in a rush either.
Yeah.
So maybe we send you a text in the next week or two. Kind of let you know where we are. See if it's a discussion worth continuing. And then, it's business at the end of the day. If it doesn't work out, we shake hands and go our separate ways. And no hard feelings.
No, for sure. For sure. No, for sure. Definitely. And it's like I said, like, we're definitely not.
No,
we don't want to gouge people on the price, but we're also not going to take a loss.
Right. Oh, absolutely. So totally get it.
We're pretty understandable. I would honestly, it gets harder to manage them. So I'm like, if I could get rid of one property, I'll probably save my sanity and buy me some acres up here.
I bet. I think we're just we let's see. Last year in Tennessee, we bought 3, and then in Ohio this year we bought 10, and so we're definitely creating a little bit of a headache, but I love it. I know what it's going towards. I know why we're doing it, and the time freedom it's going to allow us in the future. So it's all worth it to me.
Definitely. So when the ones that you got in Ohio, are they fixer uppers for the most part, or are they like pretty already kind of semi-move-in ready?
No, they're all, I bought them all turnkey. They had tenants in them. There weren't a lot of repairs that needed to be done. And this was split between Dayton and Canton.
Nice. So, and so I assume you guys have a property manager in these different locations?
Yes, those ones we do. The Ohio properties, we have a property manager, but Tennessee, I self-manage. Because it's a little more, the area's a little more affluent, so the tenants are usually a little more responsible. So those ones I built up a little courage to manage myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is really neat. Yeah, I did want to also give you a heads up. One side we did put a lot of work into.
Okay.
And that's the side that's going for $1,050.
Okay.
When they renewed this year, I did not increase the rent because they're honestly just really great tenants, and I figured if it keeps them happy to stay the same amount, I'd rather that than worry about an extra $100 a month.
Oh, absolutely, I'm with you.
So that one we did like all laminate flooring downstairs, upstairs new carpet. Cool. And then new appliances under, I think it's a 3-year warranty.
Okay.
New cabinets. So that was like pretty much like 60% new. We put up a ton of new drywall.
Yeah.
And then the other side, the guy that's month to month, which is another reason we live in month to month, he's at $875. Okay. And he manages a pub that's across the street from there, so that's why I don't see him going anywhere.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But if he would want to move out, that side would need work. And I think we put about, I want to say about $30,000 onto the other side, but a lot of it was because it was the labor, not so much, obviously not the material.
Right.
So just a heads up on that. Once I will need like a little bit of work, but that guy's there and it's cash flowing.
Right.
But I did want to bring that up. That way when you're doing your comps, you're taking that into consideration.
Right. So you would estimate probably around the same thing on the other side then.
Probably, and honestly,
okay, that makes sense.
You could probably even get by with a little bit less, to be honest.
Sure.
We hired someone within the family, so it's like if I'm gonna spend money, I might as well hire someone within the family.
Absolutely, get that family discount.
Yeah. I don't think it was much of a discount, but
well, yeah, 30,000.
Like, I'm gonna pay somebody. At least I know they're doing it. You know, pretty decent.
That's true.
But yeah, like once. I mean, that other side came out really good because I wasn't there to manage it, but like I got pictures of that drywall. Man, it looked really good when I went last year to visit. So.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, just a heads up on that one.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my son just came in with snacks.
No, you're okay.
So let's do this. Let's say we'll do a text in the next 10 days or so, and kind of touch bases and see if it's something that we can work towards. Awesome. Thank you so much, Myra. Really good talking to you. Alrighty. Bye-bye.